Thanks for tuning in to the Urban Scope podcast. I'm back today with another Inside the Scope edition. And this one is a little different. I seen an article on Hip Hop DX that discussed the Super Bowl, the next potential artists or next potential rappers that could be headlining the Super Bowl, which is in Santa Clara, the home of the 49ers. And there's talk or sources that talked about Kendrick's last performance, and they talked about how the people that are responsible for making those selections to headline the Super Bowl are talking about factoring in people's considerations of being close to that city or having connections to that state, being more considered for that stage. And I think that's an awesome thing to consider or put in consideration. But being in California, there would be a lot of artists connected to that. Um, the list that they're composed was kind of all over the place, but some of the people that they picked, I didn't consider because of their relationship with Jay-Z and Roc Nation specifically. So I know they had Nicki Minaj as one, which I didn't put her in my list because of her relationship with Jay-Z. She kind of talked about on Twitter or alluded to Jay-Z was being biased and with his decision with Kendrick and not picking Lil Wayne. So I took him out of it. Lil Wayne was in consideration as well. I took him out of it because of that relationship with Jay-Z and the behind the scenes stuff that I think that's going on. And also, they talked about Drake, and I don't think Drake would be in consideration. There's been rumors that he was offered years before and turned it down. So they're not going to go out and beg someone when there are a lot of artists um, that are highly qualified for that spot. So they don't have to go really looking for people. People come to them. People want this opportunity, and we're not gonna, just harass somebody to do this when we got plenty of other people who can do it, willingly. And also, they talked about Jay-Z doing it. I don't think Jay-Z will call his own number and do it because people are really being an uproar. People are like, wow, how can you choose yourself for your own job? It's nepotism at its finest, all these crazy things. So I don't think Jay-Z will be able to do it either. So the list that I came up with, I think would be some of these people I think might be too soon, but some of them I think are apropos or appropriate for the Super Bowl stage. The first person that I picked was Eminem. I think Eminem would be a happy medium and a safer choice for a rapper just because of the crossover that he has. He is a white rapper, so a lot of those people that didn't like the Kendrick show will like Eminem show just because he has a lot of crossover ability. A lot of people that don't like rap like Eminem songs, surprisingly, for some reason that um, we're not sure about, but we know about. So I think Eminem would be a good choice. But at least Eminem, didn't use hip hop to go to pop or country. He always stayed hip hop and always been an advocate, and he is true hip hop. But his fans, a lot of his fans who don't even like rap or like the culture, they like his music. So I think he would be a safer choice and a happy medium if they do choose a hip hop artist. I don't think they'll choose a hip hop artist again, but I think if they do, Eminem would be a safe bet. And then, if Detroit Lions find some way to make it to the Super Bowl, it's going to be, monumental when he performed things like Lose Yourself, which, Eminem also has ties to Kansas City as well. According to, I guess, his biography, he was born in St. Joseph, Missouri. The play and Kansas City Chiefs practice in that city, so he does have ties to Kansas City as well. So he's loved in Kansas City for that reason. So if Kansas City makes it back to the Super Bowl, which betting favorites are betting that right now, he'll have that connection as well. So it all makes sense from that perspective, and just the hits that he has and the charisma that he has and the songs that he has, a lot of people will be able to enjoy it, and just not, they don't have to be a fan of hip hop to enjoy it. So like those songs like The Real Slim Shady and Cleaning Out My Closet, especially with the recent loss of his mother, rest in peace to his mother, um, it would, be a classic Super Bowl performance, I think. And like I said, it will be a safer choice. Most people won't have a problem with that. Uh, and then another safer choice, I think, or a happy medium choice would be Doja Cat. She is a biracial artist, but she is a rapper that has a lot of pop appeal. She has songs where she's singing, so that will appease some of the some of the masses. And then she has the commercials and the catalog, but I think she needs to make more public appearances to expose her brand to a wider audience before she would make that stage, or for that decision to make sense, which she would have, maybe about 8 months or so. Well, not even 8 months. She would probably have about 6 or 7 months to kind of, fulfill that prophecy of trying to get that stage. So she would have to make more appearances and, get more publicity and things like that. But she does have the hits and the catalogs, I believe, to get on that stage. It's just she would just need more exposure to that audience. But, with the Taco Bell commercials and all this different commercials that she's doing and all the different antics that she has, I think she has enough appeal to get to that stage. But, the Moose song, that Cow song she had, Paint the Town Red, Kiss Me More, Agora Hills. I think it might be a little too early on her, but, with the right, PR moves, she can probably get to that stage or get consideration. But it might be just a little too early. But another artist who I think is not too early, and we talked about, Doja Cat has those ties to California. This next artist has ties to California as well. When you think about Tyler, the Creator, he has a crossover appeal. He has a large audience of suburban kids as well as urban kids, probably more suburban than urban. But he does have that catalog and the appeal to do that. And he has strong ties to the state of California, as he's from California. And he has 4 solid projects since 2017. And he has a connection to Frank Ocean, which, if they slate Tyler, the Creator, for a Super Bowl performance, everyone's going to be expecting Frank Ocean to come out. And Frank Ocean doesn't make a lot of appearances. So if we have Frank Ocean, I think everybody wins in that matter. But it would be nice for him to bring out Odd Future as well. Now, they're not as commercial because of the content that they have, but of course they can scale that back for the Super Bowl and perform some of those great hits that we like. But if he performs Yonkers and then Earthquake as it was a global hit, Sticky off the new album, and then just some of those Odd Future songs. Now I don't think it's too early for him, but I think the Super Bowl stage might not be ready for a Tyler, the Creator set. But nevertheless, I think he is a good candidate if you're going to choose a rapper or an artist, because he's just, he's more than a rapper. He's an artist. If he can make that stage, I think it will be another one of those safer choices, just because of the huge suburban fan base that he has. So I think he's a good choice. Now, my sleeper pick, he doesn't have strong ties to California, but he does have strong ties to Jay-Z and Roc Nation, is J. Cole. J. Cole was signed to Roc Nation at one point and was discovered by Jay-Z to the degree. And he has strong connections to the youth. And also those, like I talked about, those suburban kids, he has strong ties to those. And he's a biracial artist who identifies mostly as Black, but he has those strong connections. And he has those soulful hits with a relatable story. This high school kid, he was in high school, didn't make the team, ended up making the team, working hard, making the team, similar to what Michael Jordan did. Just going to college, trying to figure your life out, finding music, getting out of college and finding your career in music. So he relates to a lot of the college audience, as also well as those suburban high school and middle school kids. So there's a huge audience for that, and especially at the Super Bowl. I think J. Cole will do a great job in that aspect. He has, since 2011, he's released 6 albums that went platinum and also multi-platinum. And I didn't know Forest Hill did like 6 times platinum. So he has a huge base out there and a huge audience that will be satisfied with his music. Nobody will be complaining about they don't understand the music. He keeps it, kind of simple for the audience. But he does have the metaphoric game and the rapping artistic ability to perform at the Super Bowl halftime. And then, Nobody's Perfect with Missy Elliott, Power Trip with Miguel, Love Yours, and ATM are all hits. They have played these songs on ESPN commercials and things like that. So he does have that ability to do it. And then lastly, that I started thinking about it when I started thinking about J. Cole, was Missy Elliott. Now she has maybe the strongest case on this list, other than Eminem, to perform at the halftime show. She hasn't, been active in several years, but with her catalog and her ability to even now to be on the radio and have songs that people still listen to and the influences that she had on other artists, it makes great sense. And she's a safer choice and a happy medium for the masses, I believe, because she has a lot of crossover hits that not just the hip hop community loves, but other communities as well. The pop community, all these different communities. And I think she would have a strong connection with the older audience that not hip hop, that the Super Bowl has. So she'll be able to relate to those, those people 30 and up, that huge audience that they have. She'll be able to connect to them. She has a strong, you know, work ethic, and her, music videos that she had, similar to Ludacris. She had all of this appeal, this Busta Rhymes like energy. She'll be perfect for that Super Bowl stage. And then also she can bring out other artists like Ludacris, Nas, and then Ciara. So she'll bring out more commercial success and commercial appeal that Kendrick wasn't able to provide. And she has hits spanning all the way from the 90s. She can perform that Can't Stand the Rain. She can perform Sock It To Me, Lose Control with Ciara, Work It. She has all these different songs that she can perform. And it would make great sense for Missy Elliott to do the Super Bowl. And if I had a pick, I think it would be maybe Eminem first and then Missy second, and then Tyler a close third. But um, I don't know. I just think that they're not gonna pick another rapper again. They might pick an R&B singer like a Miguel or somebody we're not even seeing. But I don't think they're gonna pick another hip hop artist again, especially not a rapper. They're trying to diversify the audience, or diversify the performance, which I think they'll go a different route. And with this whole DEI thing, they don't want it in the workplace, but I think it'll be in the performance at the Super Bowl. They'll try to diversify it a little bit. So I don't think it'll be a rapper, but if it is, I hope it's either Eminem or Missy going forward. Tell me, what do you think your thoughts of the next performer will be? And then until next time, I'll see you next time.